transition from a nation of buying and selling to one of manufacturing. Enabling environment have been created for business to thrive in Nigeria. 18 additional manufacturing companies in the automotive industries have been established in the last 4 years. Investment in manufacturing increased by almost $100 million within 4 years. And over 120 million telephone lines have been added for Nigerians to use. We have also noticed great reforms in the agricultural sector, especially in cassava, cotton, sorghum, groundnut, rice, cocoa, and other crops, which have resulted in considerable reduction in food importation in Nigeria. We also notice the supply mechanisms of agricultural inputs such as fertilizers and seeds using e-wallet system, which is a great revolution that has eliminated fertilizer racketeers, ending 40 years of corruption in the fertilizer subsector that only helped the middlemen to the detriment of the farmers. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the transportation sector, railways that have been moribund for years have come alive again. Federal airports have been remodeled and rebuilt. 5 new airport terminals were constructed in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kano, Abuja, and Enugu. The motorable roads in Nigeria have increased by as much as 20,000 kilometers. Noticeable improvement has also been experienced in power sector. The supply, since public-private partnership was initiated by this administration in the various electricity distribution companies, joint venture agreements with government, bringing in $1 billion of foreign investment into Nigeria. We must notice a $1 billion investment deal between the federal government and General Electric Company of the United States of America on the establishment of manufacturing and assembly facility in Calabar is worthy of note. In education, 12 new federal universities have been established. Al-Majiri education program is improving access to education and also reducing the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria. The country successfully fought the much dreaded Ebola virus disease, which many countries are still tampering with. In addition, the entertainment creative sector, made up of the artists, the actors, and the actresses, has made significant contributions to the economy and nation building during this present administration. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I stated earlier on, despite all these challenges which Mr. President Goodluck Jonathan was faced with, Nigeria's economy has improved considerably and number 26 in the whole world. However, please let me state that the problem I have with that very remarkable achievement in the economy is that the wealth of the nation is still in just few hands. This is why poverty is still very much with us. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there is very serious problem of increasing gap between the very rich and the poor is caused mainly by the Nigerian elite of all states, particularly the politicians, irrespective of political party affiliations, who are very greedy, selfish, and lack contentment due to their love for insatiable acquisition of wealth. This is the bane of corruption in Nigeria. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, all of us in this hall, whatever we own today, somebody will own it tomorrow when we leave this world. We came to this world with empty hands, and we shall go back with empty hands. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that government's efforts on corruption have been acknowledged by Transparency International. However, I firmly believe there's still a lot to be done. The bottom line is that corruption needs to be combated with prompt and appropriate action. Breaches become impunity in a society where there are no sanctions. Wrongdoing left unchecked festers like a sore. Nigerian society still has to learn how to reward virtue and punish vice. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we all know that in this Dr. Goodluck Jonathan administration, Freedom of Information Bill was passed. I expect the journalists to give a big round of applause for that. This shows a government that is open and press-friendly. It also shows that Mr. President administration has made respect for human rights and individual freedoms its cornerstone. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that some have suggested the need for Mr. President, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, to be more firm in handling issues. It is a good suggestion. However, we must know and also appreciate the fact that Nigeria, with all its complexities, is a very difficult country to govern. In all honesty, it is my considered view that what people regard as Mr. President's weakness is actually part of the strength of his quality of character. I am convinced beyond all reasonable doubt that if Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, that he newly lost Nigeria, and he believes very much in the unity of this country. This is why Dr. Goodluck Jonathan will not want to take such drastic decisions that may create chaos and that may lead to the breaking of the country. For example, some people have even wanted Mr. President to take the type of action taken with respect to Odi in dealing with insurgents in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa states. I can tell you, it would not have worked. What you can see with humility, wisdom, patience, and tact, Mr. President is gradually winning the war on insurgents. Unfortunately, the enemies at home are contributing to the problem. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President's genuine love for the unity of Nigeria was well demonstrated by his courage and strong determination in organizing that historic national conference, which previous leaders before him failed to do. The success of the national conference has further reinforced the desire of Nigerians to be one. It has also laid a very solid foundation for the unity